Hey, welcome back to Not Easy Being Geeky. And last week we talked about how Jim Henson was the man. Still the man, even though he's not with us anymore, sadly. But his son took over the company and he's kicking ass at it. So go check that out. But this week, we're talking about the Game Grumps. And if you don't know who the Game Grumps are, I'm so sorry. You're deprived. No, I'm just kidding. But really, they are probably one of my favorite YouTube channels to watch if you're nerdy and you like gaming. Definitely, even if you're not even the biggest fan on gaming, they're just hilarious. They're great at improv and amongst many other things. They have tons of different things that they've branched out into. So definitely would recommend checking them out. But we're gonna talk about them today and how much I love them. Like, I adore these guys. But yeah, so funny thing is I also watch Good Mythical Morning, which I'll do that in another episode because I'm sure a ton of you guys would love that. I know a lot of my friends enjoy the show, but we're not talking about them today. We're just mentioning them today. So Good Mythical Morning is a morning show that is also on YouTube, and it's something that I watch daily. But I was watching Good Mythical Morning, and they had guests on there who happened to be the Game Grumps. And I was like, these guys are freaking hilarious. Who the hell are these guys? And they plugged their channel and amongst their other social media in there. And then it hit me. I actually know these guys. I just didn't know they had a gaming channel. I had stumbled across their music years ago before I ever saw them on Good Mythical Morning and have been listening to their music for a long time and loved it. So, long story short is Game Grumps also do music. So Danny has, who is the co-host of Arin Hanson. So Dan Avidan and Arin Hanson are the hosts of Game Grumps. And Danny has his own band called Ninja Sex Party, which is also amazing. We're going to get into that later. But they together have their own band called Starbomb. And I listened to the shit out of Starbomb because what's hilarious about Starbomb is they take nerd culture and make raps and songs about it. So my two personal favorites just happen to be Luigi's Ballad and the original Zelda rap. Not the second part, but the first part. I know all the words to both those songs. They crack me up. And Danny has a beautiful voice, which is what I think makes it even funnier because you hear the words to the song and you're like, this is a good song. And then you really start paying attention. You're like, wait a second. This is funny as shit, one. But two, they're talking about nerd culture. But it's hilarious. Definitely recommend checking out their music. I love it. It puts a smile on my face and they crack me up. So I thought it was so funny because I got reintroduced to something essentially that I had already known, but I didn't know they also had a gaming channel, and that's where it all started. And so I got my husband into it too and was like, dude, you got to check these dudes out. And he was like, all right, bet. And so we're watching Game Grumps and they have this long playlist. I mean, they're great at making long ass playlists. So if you ever want to binge the channel, you got plenty of content because they make about 10 to 15 minute videos. Some of them are like hours long, but that's rare. That's mostly like a compilation video kind of a thing where they plug in a bunch of episodes or live streams that they've done. But they have a ton of playlists, so definitely would recommend watching them. And so we're watching them and we find the Super Mario Maker playlist. And I was like, ooh, interesting. And so we start watching them. And by the way, I think it's hilarious that they call themselves Game Grumps because Arin just is always pissed off playing these games. I am Arin. Let's just start there. Because clearly you guys have heard me rant in almost every single episode on here. On this wonderful podcast we call Not Easy Being Geeky. But I am Arin when I play video games. But I can also be Danny, which is funny because Danny's like chill, whatever, I don't care. But when I get mad at a game, I full on turn into Arin Hanson, screaming, cursing, inaudible sounds, like you don't know what the hell he's saying sometimes, and I'm like, yep, I connect with that on an emotional level. I can totally relate to that. And I think that's why I love this channel so much, is because they're very relatable. They're just two friends playing video games together and just sometimes they're not even talking about the video game, which is another reason why I love them so much. They're just talking about like their own life stories or something they thought was funny, or like, you know what I mean? It's just two friends talking, and I love that. And so yes, you got the dope games in the background that catch your attention, but sometimes they also, what I think is hilarious is they do the voices for the characters instead of hearing, because obviously not all games like have like voice actors. Some of them, they're just, you know, you read it and you read the conversation. And so Arin and Danny will do the voices of women, and it's just check it out. It's great. I definitely love them very much, but what I think is so funny is I love when they play girl games, and I say girl games because not that a boy can't play them, but they're marketed towards little girls. So in other words, the Barbie franchise, the Bratz games, anything similar to that, marketed towards little girls. And so I think it's freaking hilarious because they'll point out the most obvious stuff in these games, like the fact that there's this one game, and I it was probably one of my favorite games they ever played because it was just so freaking funny to watch. It wasn't a good game. Let's start there. It's a horribly done game. It's a Barbie game. Let's start there. So you already know it's not going to be great. But what's hilarious is that the load screens take forever, and you're like, why does this game have so many load screens? One, the graphics are horrible. Two, there's nothing special about them. So it's like, what is making it take so long to load, you know? And so there's this part where they introduce this elephant. Yes, there is an elephant on a deserted island. Let's just start there. There's an elephant on a deserted island, and I crack up because it's, if you see it, it's so fucking accurate. Danny mentions that this elephant has very human eyes because the shape of them is so unrealistic to what an animal's eyes are. But even like a cartoon animal, it literally looks like you put Barbie's eyes on this freaking elephant. It has eyelashes and shit. Oh man, it's great. And there's Sassy Peacock. Oh man, it's great. I love that game. I don't love the game, I love them playing the game. Let's rephrase that. And so it's hilarious to me when they play these girl games because they tear them to shreds, man. They really do, because it's so true. These games are horrible, and they make probably so much money, because obviously any dad is going to be like, frick, I gotta buy this game for my little girl because she's 6 and doesn't actually know what a good video game is yet. She's never going to let me not get it. So here I go spending $40 on this shit game, essentially. And so it's hilarious though, because like I said, they do the voices and everything for them, and they do ad lib and shit like that. It's like I said, they're great at improv and just totally like throwing random shit in there that makes sense. And so going back to the whole Super Mario Maker, because like I said, I was talking about the playlist, they have multiple playlists, but going back to the Super Mario Maker, I think it's hilarious because they got to this point where they were playing their friend Ross's games that he had built. He built these levels in Mario Maker, because if you don't know Mario Maker, you can make your own levels in Mario, and anyone in the world can play them if you make that so. And so they were like, all right, we'll play Ross's levels. By the way, Ross is a total fucking sadist and makes these levels to where there's like the stupidest fucking little like clue or some shit to where you could beat it in like 5 seconds, but no, you're gonna spend 10 hours trying to beat this level because it's ridiculously hard and like nearly impossible to beat. When if you just knew that one freaking thing, you could probably beat it in 5 seconds. So it's infuriating, but also hilarious to watch Arin get pissed off playing them over and over again, trying to beat them. Because Arin, like I said, is me and will scream and cry and curse till he blows a blood gasket or shits himself. I'm not kidding. There has been at least 5 that I can think of episodes that on camera he has said, I think I shit myself. But one comes to mind, and it was, I think, during one of those episodes, or maybe, no, it was a 8-bit game, or like a 16-bit game. I can't remember. Anyway, it was an old game, and he got furious trying to beat this one level, and he literally like had this blow up moment, and he shit himself. And and it cracked me up because it's literally, he's like, oh no. And then Danny's like, you okay? And he's like, I think I shit myself. And he did. But he's okay. And that's all that matters. But I love them very, very much. They crack me up. And so watching these Super Mario levels, Arin gets to a breaking point in so many of them. And I think it's great because, like I said, Arin is the hothead, but then you got Danny, who's chill and funny. By the way, Danny has like the best laugh I've ever heard in my life. For those of you that love like Seth Rogen's laugh because it makes you laugh, that is the reason why I love Danny's laugh. It's very contagious, but it's just, I can't even like duplicate it. It's so, like, to him, it's just like, it's a great laugh. So Danny, just letting you know, I like your laugh. I wish actually, can Apple make like a ringtone of Danny's laugh instead of like their yeah, I'd like Danny's laugh on loop, because I think that'd be hilarious, and it would make people smile. I really do think it would make people smile. But yeah, so they're playing Ross's levels, and Ross is a sadist, and every now and again Ross would come in and chime in and be like, it only takes like this to beat it, right? And be like a complete dick about it. And like, you're like, no, I did not know that secret thing that you put in this level would make me win. So definitely, like I said, that's probably one of my favorite playlists to watch theirs. It's hilarious. But definitely like a great channel to binge, like I said, because they're short episodes, so you could totally do it. And I like I said, I like that their channel is different from other gaming channels, because not to like shit on these people, but like I love Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, but they're very like similar because you got the camera view on them and they're playing the game play that they're actually talking about. And I think why I love Game Grumps so much is because you don't see their face actually. Like, and I think that's why I didn't know who they were until like I like, it took me a second to realize who they were, because I'd never seen, I'd seen their faces, but it didn't register to me like that's who they were and that they had a gaming channel. And so that's why I like their channel, because they half the time they aren't even talking about the game they're playing. They're just talking about what they want to talk about, and it's great. And recently, in like the past, I think year or two, I can't remember when they launched it, but they started this thing called the 10-minute power hour, which is not related to gaming content. It was just this funny little, literally 10-minute episode of just whatever thing they wanted to do, like them playing a board game, or playing with little girls' toys, doing their nails. By the way, they do all this stuff horribly. They tried to make slime in one episode. They tried to sculpt each other out of cheese. There's a lot of great episodes. Anyway, hilarious content, and it made me love that even more, because then, like I said, you feel more connected to them because you actually see their face, and you're getting to see their mannerisms and everything. But I love the 10-minute power hour. It's probably one of my favorite things that they've ever added to the channel. And now it's exclusively on their other channel called The Grumps. So definitely, if you want to check out the 10-minute power hour and you're not really interested in gaming content, would highly recommend that. It's hilarious. It cracks me up. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, they were a meme. They were an actual meme. Game Grumps became a meme. I'm sure you guys have seen like that video, and it's distorted. I love the person that edited this, by the way. Whoever it was, you're amazing, because this already was funny, like if you had seen the episode. But Danny is shoving M&Ms, I think, into air. I can't remember what fucking candy it was. Whatever. Danny is shoving a whole bowl of like, I think peanut M&Ms into like Arin's mouth, and Arin's like, more. it's a great meme. It cracks me up, but like somebody distorted it and it looks even funnier. And so like the visuals are like a monster version of Arin with this giant mouth getting candy shoved in it. And it was a meme. So yeah. They also made their own meme called "Do y'all want to do any cums?" Anyway, you guys, if you go on their Instagram, you'll see it. It's pretty funny. It works with everything if you really think about it. If you see the images, it makes sense with like anything. It's hilarious. But I love the 10-minute power hour. I love them, and they crack me up so much. And going back to their music, like I said, Starbomb and Ninja Sex Party. Ninja Sex Party is Danny's band with Ninja Brian, or Brian Wecht, if you don't know who that is. But it's I hate to say parody band because I don't feel like that's even a good word to describe it. I don't want to say that because to me it's not a joke. Like they're so serious, but it's comical. That's the thing, is it's a comedy band, I would say, because they have songs in there that are like called Dinosaur Laser Fight and If We Were Gay, which is by far probably one of my favorite songs, simply because they say the word dick I don't know how many times. Literally there's at the end of the song there's literally a section that's just dick 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 dick. It's hilarious. One of my favorite songs from Ninja Sex Party. But Danny has a beautiful voice. Like a beautiful voice. And I think that's also what makes it so funny, because you got this guy with this great voice singing these songs about dicks. It's funny. It's funny. Okay, check it out. I love that band. It's probably one of my favorite bands. And like I said, these guys are just, they're kind people, man, because I know they do a lot of charity work and they don't really like blast it out on there. You'll just see them randomly throw stuff like, hey, please go donate. They don't like, I noticed a lot, and I'm just going to use Jake Paul as an example and Logan Paul because they're the shit of the earth. Yeah, I said it. They're the worst probably people I've ever seen in my life. They're just horrible people, man. And I don't care, you kids want to come for me. It's because you really don't know what being an adult is like. These guys are not what you want to strive to be. I'm just going to throw that out there. If you want to be a good YouTuber, strive for the Game Grumps, okay? They do real charity work, not bullshit, and then wind up pocketing the money. Anyway, allegedly. Let's throw that out there. These guys are trash, by the way, but anyway, definitely, if you want to strive for something, I would say strive for something like Game Grumps and Markiplier, because these people don't try to abuse their platforms to get money for said charities. You know, they just throw it out there like, hey, we're gonna be doing a charity live stream. This is the charity, little information on it. They don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot, and I say Logan Paul and Jake Paul because I know that they do that. They'll totally be like, here's a charity thing, but then they'll extort it to get views for their own channel. It's not about the charity. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just like, that defeats the whole purpose. You're trying to get attention for the charity, not your YouTube channel, and to help the charity. But anyway, I got a little off topic there. It's just, that really makes me mad, man. But I love the Game Grumps. They're just genuinely good guys. And like I said, they're just relatable. And they crack me up, man. Because like I said, they're great at improv. And I love their music. And I really, okay, so Danny and Ninja Sex Party, his band, they do cover albums. And they're amazing. They're so amazing. And it's funny because the name is called Under the Covers. I think that's hilarious. That was a great wordplay. Ninja Sex Party, hence Under the Covers. And so there is only one gripe I have with these 3 albums, and that it's that Danny has not sang I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness. I think he would nail that shit. Oh my god, I really want Danny to sing that. Danny, if there's even the slightest possibility that you're listening to this, I would love you to sing The Darkness. Even if it's just a single, bro. Like, Make it happen. Cause okay, so just to paint a picture, Danny has a very similar outfit to that of that video in the Darkness's song, I Believe in a Thing Called Love. It's a jumpsuit with flare pants and it's glittery and I love it. He also has a cape. It's amazing. Maybe you should cosplay Danny. That would be dope. I have curly hair. We could do this. We can make it happen. They also have the Game Gairu stuff now, so which is basically them as anime chicks. So that would be dope. Anyway, and so Danny, please sing that song. I would love that so much. But anyway, they've done so many great covers of iconic songs, and I think it's great because they don't really change them a lot. Like there's a very slight change in it, and I think that's where a lot of some covers are great because they completely make it their own. But I think sometimes a song can be ruined if you try to change it too much. And I think that's where they have a good balance because they do put their own twist on a lot of these songs, but it's still like you're like, man, that makes me feel like it did the original justice. They do Rocket Man, pour some sugar on me, what the heck? Anyway, a lot of great songs, and man, I just really want him to sing that song. I've been waiting 3 albums for it, and I'm wondering if he's ever gonna do it. And I don't think enough people are talking about this. I want him to sing it very badly. Oh yeah, and by the way, they have their own video game, which is called Dream Daddy. It came out not too long ago. I think like last year, 2018. I can't remember when it came out, but it was fairly recent still. And it's a dating game. Which, if you've ever played those dating games, it literally has like every stereotype you could think of what. Anyway, it's a dating game and it's hilarious because you're a single dad with your daughter. You just moved to this new town, and man, it's funny, but it's a cute game at the same time. I love it. It's a great game. Definitely don't recommend children with any of this content. Let's start there. Mostly because, like I said, they talk about anything and everything under the sun. They have cursing, they talk about sex, I mean, all kinds. I just said that one of their songs says the word dick, I don't know how many times. So don't let your 10-year-old see this. Or maybe you do. I don't care what you do with your kids, man. Just saying, I wouldn't recommend, just putting it out there, a child listening to this content. But yeah, they have this game. I actually have played it, and I made my character look like Danny because that was an option. And I thought, why would I pass this up? And so they have the outfit, the hair, everything. So I thought that was hilarious. And they totally play into like a lot of little nods to their channel and stuff in the game. I think that's really cool, but it's actually like a good game. It was fun to play. The graphics are pretty good for like those kind of games. Like the art style's cool. Sweet story too though if you really get into it. There's also a super drunk neighbor that hits on you a lot. And she's a mega bitch at the same time, and she's also married. So I thought that was kind of funny that, yeah, I think every town has like that one super horny drunk lady that always oversteps her boundaries, whether she's in your family or not. I think we all know that one lady. But yeah, totally recommend playing that game. It's great. I have it on my Switch. Definitely would recommend playing the game because each decision you make can change the story a little bit or drastically. You never know. So I've played it a few times to see what the different outcomes I could get in the game were, depending on who I essentially choose to pick among other things that you choose with that specific person. So I think it's cool that clearly they put a lot of thought into that game for their fans. I very much enjoyed it. Also, Markiplier played it, so if you're interested in seeing someone play it, I know Markiplier played it. He I think he did a very good job at it. It was pretty funny. Also, the little girl is freaking adorable in the game. She's adorable. Just throwing that out there. But Yeah. Uh, Game Grumps, Ninja Sex Party, Starbomb, they're the shit. Definitely recommend checking them out. Like I said, still, like, I watch them daily. Like, really, I love this channel. I would not hype up a channel unless I really think that it deserved to be talked about. It's not my style. Just don't think it's worth wasting you guys' time or my own to check out a channel that's not worth it. But like I said, they have so many things you can check out. So Starbomb has their own channel for their music. Ninja Sex Party has their own, uh, as well as the Game Grumps, and then they have the Grumps. If you're not, like I said, if you're not interested in the gaming kind of content, they just have the 10-minute power hour and other kind of things that aren't gaming related to that. But it's hilarious, and Game Grumps to me are just special because I have so many experiences with them. Like with me and my husband, we have a lot of great memories watching them, and uh, hell, my husband got me concert tickets to see Ninja Sex Party, and it was actually my first concert I ever went to. So thank you guys for that wonderful experience. Thank you guys. I really enjoyed the concert. It was in Atlanta, by the way. So hi, I was at the Atlanta concert, and I loved it. I had so much fun. And by the way, Danny sounds the exact same as he does in the recordings. Like, I mean, I've never heard anything like that where somebody sounded the exact same. Like, you can tell they don't tweak nothing on his voice. I mean, it's perfect. Cause I mean, for those of you that remember the tragedy that was the Super Bowl halftime show with the Black Eyed Peas, we all know Fergie can't really sing. Like horrible. I think that was the biggest tragedy of life ever. Fergie singing live at the Super Bowl. Oh man, that was bad. That was really bad. Who else? Let's think. Who are some really bad people that sing live? Anyway, we won't get into that. Leave it in our Instagram comments who you think is a bad singer live. That'd be hilarious. Maybe we'll have a poll. Like you guys talk about who you think is the worst singer live. I think that'd be hilarious. But Danny sounds perfect live, by the way. Just throwing that out there. And thoroughly enjoyed that concert. Had so much fun. And I went to work the next day very, very tired, but it was totally worth it. Definitely recommend them. They're hilarious, man. Just really, like, would highly recommend them because, like I said, they're very relatable. You just feel like these guys, if I ever met them, I would totally be friends with these guys. They're funny, they're down to earth, and just kind people, man. So definitely recommend, like I said, going to check out their channels, the Grumps, Game Grumps, Starbomb, Ninja Sex Party. Go check it all out. Binge watch it all, and let me know your thoughts on it. I'd love that. And check out their game, man. Dream Daddy. Check out their game and Markiplier's videos on it. That was definitely entertaining to watch. And Danny, again, if you could just please sing "I Believe in a Thing Called Love," I would be eternally grateful, and I could die happily after that. I really could. I'd be so happy because my one wish in life is to have Danny Sexbang sing. Cause he would nail it, man. I just know he would. He would freaking kick ass at that song. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about that. But just to throw this out there, last week I did mention that we were thinking about making a Patreon. By the way, here, nice surprise, it's officially up. And you can go check that out, support us. In advance, thank you so much to anyone that does choose to support us. I really appreciate that because any little bit helps. We would love to make YouTube videos for you guys. And like I said, just right now, that's not a reality, but maybe we can make that happen faster with our wonderful patrons. You guys will get exclusive content and early access to episodes and the after show. Yes, we have an after show now. So, but unfortunately, it's only going to be on Patreon. So, definitely go check that out. Really hope you guys enjoy that content as well. And thank you guys again for so much support on our podcast and any other content we decide to make in the future. it's going to be on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So Mondays is when you'll get early access to episodes. Tuesdays is the after show, and Wednesday is our normal upload schedule. So you'll get those episodes as normal across Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts as normal. Maybe in the future, we could start putting it on YouTube, but like I said, that's kind of why we made the Patreon. We want to make more and even better content for you guys. It's just not a reality at the moment. So thank you guys again for your support. It means a lot to us. And as always, it's not easy being geeky. Hey guys, thank you for your continued support. You can check us out on all of our socials, including our website, noteasybeingeeky.com, and our Patreon. We just made a new Patreon. You can support us even further. You'll also get exclusive content, early access to episodes, and now our after show. Yes, we have an after show. It's awesome. Go check it out. And thank you again for your continued support. Every little bit helps.